I want to start the program off today talking a little bit about digestive health. Earlier this month, an article showed up in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology indicating that long-term use of heartburn medication like the little purple pill, Nexium and Prilosec and Prevacid, can cause serious kidney damage. Back in February, another article appeared in JAMA Neurology showing that these kinds of drugs, these PPIs or proton pump inhibitors as they're called, can be linked to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And last year, yet another study linked them to heart disease. Still, every year, tens of millions of Americans are using these PPI drugs, making drug companies billions of dollars in profits. Even babies, even neonatal newborns are being dispensed these kinds of drugs. Yesterday, there was an article that showed up in the Journal of Pediatrics that quoted research that showed nearly 1 in 4 NICU, neonatal ICU infants are on a proton pump inhibitor. What are we thinking, folks? These are already sick babies and they're being drugged. And they're just out of the womb. According to Pharmacist Letter, 70% of PPI, proton pump inhibitor use, is probably unnecessary. And it's not just kidney disease, and it's not just dementia, and it's not just heart disease that is associated with the use of these kinds of drugs. Diarrhea, pneumonia, problems with minerals, hypomagnesemia, which is low levels of blood magnesium, fractures. These are all linked to proton pump inhibitor drugs. I want you to know as a pharmacist that with the exception of antibiotics and pain pills, which are sometimes necessary, other than emergencies and perhaps temporarily, there are no good chronic long-term use for drugs. Now, if you're on something temporarily, that's one thing for an emergency status. But if you're on a drug for any more than a couple of months, even if it's a proton pump inhibitor drug, you really want to make it your number one health goal to try to wean yourself off of medication. As far as digestive health goes, the digestive system is the key to wellness. It's the key to being healthy. If you pharmacologically suppress stomach acid with a PPI drug with Nexium or Prilosec or Prevacid, or even a non-PPI type drug like Zantac, you're not going to be able to absorb or process nutrients. This is what accounts for these kinds of side effects and toxicities. You're not going to be able to absorb your magnesium. You're not going to be able to absorb your calcium, at least as effectively. You're not going to be able to absorb your B vitamins as effectively because all of these nutrients require acid for their absorption. If you're not absorbing your minerals, you're not absorbing your B vitamins, that means malnourishment, that means nutritional deficiencies, and ultimately that means kidney disease, that means dementia, that means problems with the cardiovascular system, that means bone problems, that means all of those toxicities and side effects and adverse reactions that are associated with these kinds of drugs. The digestive system, which runs from your mouth to the other end, runs on chemistry. It runs on chemicals, particularly acid in the stomach, which is extraordinarily important for health. We have this idea that stomach acid is something that needs to be suppressed. Well, from a biological and physiologic standpoint, you never want to suppress stomach acid. Acid activates enzymes. First of all, acid is important for the absorption of minerals and nutrients, but it also activates enzymes. And without enzymes, your stomach can't do its digestive work. Your stomach can't release nutrients from foods, particularly proteins. Enzymes require acid, at least the ones in the stomach do. Enzymes have an optimum pH that they need in order to be activated. This is why a little apple cider vinegar works well with your digestive enzymes. This is one reason why apple cider vinegar is important for the digestive system in general. There's also a substance called betaine, B-E-T-A-I-N-E, betaine HCl, HCl standing for hydrochloric acid. Betaine hydrochloride is found in your Ultimate Enzyme product. So if you're using Ultimate Enzymes, not only are you going to get enzymes, but you're also going to get something, the betaine, that will help acidify the stomach and activate those digestive enzymes. Stomach acid is important stuff. And by the way, just because you have GERD or heartburn, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're making too much stomach acid. It could mean actually that you're not making enough stomach acid. Chronic heartburn, GERD, any kind of acid issue could just as well, in fact, it very likely is the result of too little stomach acid, not too much stomach acid. Eating enzyme-empty foods, eating processed foods, white bread and mashed potatoes and cooked foods, put a bigger burden on the digestive system and deplete the digestive system of enzymes as well. So the more processed food you're eating, the more you need your Ultimate Enzymes. And here's another little trick for you if you want to boost enzyme levels. use your ultimate nightly essence. Not only are you going to get wonderful probiotics, and we all know how important those probiotics are, but you'll also get digestive enzymes. In fact, this is one of the coolest things about the ultimate nightly essence is not only is it a wonderful source of a broad spectrum of a high concentration of probiotic bacteria for helping you digest your food and process fats and clear out toxicity, but you also get really cool enzymes in there, digestive enzymes, as well as an enzyme called nattokinase. Bottom line of this whole discussion, friends, if you want to work on one system to improve your health in an overall fashion, you want to work on your digestive system, and that means in addition to eating carefully and eating less, getting on the ultimate enzymes, getting on your ultimate nightly essence product, using a little apple cider vinegar perhaps, and making absolutely sure that your body is making enough stomach acid, not suppressing it. I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so with my good friend and colleague, the famous and handsome and nutritionally brilliant Douglas Winfrey.
Now you're accurate? Just lying.
No, well, that's what I think about you, Doug. That's from the heart, bud.
Well,
from the heart, man.
I've got a Fox News story here that kind of goes along with what you were talking about. It is headlined, How Probiotics May Help Ease Depression. It's long hailed for promoting good bacteria in the gut, aiding in digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome or antibiotic-related diarrhea, and has been used to regulate urinary tract issues and skin woes like eczema. They say the benefits have been well known since the 90s. Emerging studies suggest probiotics may also benefit the mind, according to Dr. Kelly Brogan, a holistic psychiatrist, says that according to the latest research, probiotics could be a very important intervention in mental health and specifically for depression and anxiety. He goes on to say that, in fact, they are often referred to as psychobiotics because of what we are learning about how the gut and the microbes make up the ecology of the gut directly impact brain behavior, mood, and cognition. He say probiotics can be found in supplement form, but also here's 4 foods where you can find probiotics: yogurt, dark chocolate. I didn't know that.
Wait a minute. Where they said dark chocolate?
Yeah, I'd never heard that.
I don't know about that.
They say raw unpasteurized cheeses and fermented veggies such as kimchi, sauerkraut, and pickles. They recommend consuming 15 to 20 billion units of probiotics, both lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains daily. According to the National Institute of Health, about 18% of Americans suffer from anxiety disorder and about 7% suffer from major depression. So
yesterday, this I just got when it was Monday. This is April 25th. McMaster University in Ontario, Canada. Dr. John Bienstock and Dr. Paul Forsyth from McMaster University are investigating intestinal bacteria and their effect on the human brain and mood for folks dealing with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And I have friends who say when they take the nightly essence, their mood improves. So there is a big relationship, a very important relationship between the intestine and the brain. You know, when we have the wrong kinds of bacteria percolating along in the intestine, or we're not processing our food correctly, gases can literally get emitted into the blood, and those gases can make it into the brain, and that can be the cause of all kinds of brain health issues, including anxiety disorders, emotional disorders, PTSD. And we know, Doug, that there's a very important relationship between autism and even schizophrenia and the gut. There's a really cool book called The Gut and Psychology Syndrome, the GAPS Diet, written by a lady named Natasha Kinsky-Campbell, and she presents some really compelling evidence connecting the relationship between, or showing the relationship between bacteria in the gut and autism spectrum disorder and schizophrenia, and even for that matter, psychosis. I love that word. What did you say? Psychobiosis. That's a really cool way of pointing to the very, very interesting and important relationship between gut bacteria and digestive health in general and mental health. There's not a single system in the body that cannot be improved, and there's not a single health challenge that cannot be improved by focusing on the gut, focusing on digestive health. And in addition to eating less food, in addition to eating less processed food, in addition to eliminating problem foods, nothing beats a good probiotic supplement when it comes to taking care of your digestive health. And I don't know of any probiotic supplements that are more powerful and more effective than the Ultimate Nightly Essence, which is not just a source of probiotics, It's also a source of very important digestive enzymes, which is really a neat idea when you think about it. I actually had a conversation with the guy who formulated that product, and he told me that he wanted a supplement for himself that would combine enzymes with probiotics, and that's why he created the Ultimate Nightly Essence. And you can find that, of course, on your through your Youngevity rep. Ultimate Nightly Essence. Take three times a day. You don't have to take it at night. Take three times a day, especially if you're dealing with any digestive problems or any health problems in general. You know, I said earlier before the break that if you want to do one thing to make sure you stay healthy, or if you're dealing with a health challenge and you want to do one thing to help reduce the effects of it, work on your digestive system. In addition to eliminating problem foods and eating less foods, using your Suero V Cleanse, making sure you're using your Ultimate Enzymes and your Ultimate Nightly Essence. In addition to working on the digestive system, the second thing that you want to do is reduce your intake of sugar. I know we beat up on sugar all the time, but I'm telling you, the negative health effects associated with excess ingestion of sugar, and it's not just sugar, by the way, it's actually any kind of sweetener, including corn syrup and probably even artificial sweeteners, can wreak biochemical havoc on the body. Sugar itself is like cocaine, according to a study that was just published here in the journal. What journal is this? I can't see this. This is from PLOS ONE, Public Library of Science. Excess sugar consumption similar to cocaine addiction. From the journal, I'm not sure where this one is from either. This is a media release from the American Diabetes Association. Study: almost half of Alzheimer's cases are due to problems with insulin, which is a blood sugar hormone, hyperinsulinemia. Did you know Alzheimer's disease is considered to be type 3 diabetes?
I have heard that, yes.
It's a blood sugar problem, Douglas. I'm telling you, the effects of sugar on the body, and I don't want to be that guy that beats up on sugar, because everybody does, but we just have to appreciate the important impact it has on our health. Low-carb diet slows the growth of aggressive brain tumors in mouse model. This is from the journal Clinical Cancer Research, published last week. Low-carb diet, of course, is the ketogenic diet. By the way, Youngevity has a couple of new products. Have you talked about the Keto FX products yet, Douglas?
A little bit, yeah.
The bar and the drink. Longevity's come up with a whole slew of new products. Keto FX bar, Keto FX shake. This is a great way to wean yourself off of sugar. It's a great way to exploit or leverage the power of what's called the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a low-carb, high-fat diet. It's a fancy schmancy diet that's been used for about 100 years for schizophrenia or for seizure disorders, but it's also important for losing weight and for heart health and for brain health. And Dr. Wallach's been talking about this for decades. Eat more fat and eat less sugar. The whole time everybody was ripping on fat, we were eating more and more carbohydrates. You know what I'm talking about, Doug? All the low-fat stuff that was coming out, it was all high carb, and that's why we were all getting fatter. So if you want to do one thing, work on your digestive system. If you want to do two, add in sugar restriction. And one of the easiest ways to limit your intake of sugar or to wean yourself off of sugar, and when I say sugar, I'm talking mashed potatoes, and I'm talking rice, and I'm talking burritos and bread and cereal and pasta, in addition to, of course, sweets and fruit juices and even super sweet fruits. If you want to do one thing to wean yourself off of these kinds of foods, it's eat more protein, especially from the whey protein that you'll get in the Slender FX, as well as in the new Keto FX products. And of course, if you're eating a lot of sugar, you want to make sure you're using your Sweet Ease, chromium and vanadium, as well as your Ultimate Selenium, as well as your B complex vitamins that you'll get in your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. These are all wonderful health strategies for not just weaning yourself off of sugar, but improving your health markers, whatever they may be, particularly cardiovascular health markers, high blood pressure and kidney issues and heart disease issues as well. All right, we'll take a break. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. If you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get to our calls here in our next segment. And if you'd like to reach us, we do have lines open for you. Good news for coffee drinkers from Colorado State University. Coffee may be protective against cancer. Coffee intake of 4 or more cups a day inversely associated with skin cancer after 10 years. Coffee has also been associated with lower risks of colon and liver cancer. Coffee is the most consumed beverage in the world. Actually, it's the second most after water, according to this article anyway. And coffee has a lot of health benefits. So if you're drinking your coffee or drinking your Jovolution from Youngevity, keep drinking it. At least according to this study, you may get some pretty good health benefits. That's from Colorado State University.
That's me.
That's you. All right. Well, you're not going to be getting colon cancer, at least according to this study.
Not, yeah.
Actually, there's even more stuff. Even more benefits here. Coffee supposedly.
What do they attribute it to? Is it the resveratrol in the coffee?
I don't know. I think it's the iron, the magnesium, lots of good nutrients in there. Compared to non-coffee drinkers, those who drank 3 or more cups. Do you drink 3 or more cups of coffee, Douglas?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. All right. 3 or more cups had a 10% lower risk of death from heart disease, respiratory disease, stroke, diabetes, and infections. And I assume you're drinking your Jovolution coffee, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Douglas Winfrey. All right. Good deal. Okay, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll-free. Time to hit the phones. Who's first in line, Douglas?
Let's head to the Virgin Islands, and Jake, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. What's up, man?
Not much. I've been taking Youngevity for a while now, about a year, and I still have sinus issues, like I'm breathing through one nostril and the other one is always congested.
Okay.
And I got a little pressure problem too.
Okay. Did you say blood pressure?
Yes.
Okay, here's the deal.
And some allergies.
Okay, let me give you some help here, okay? Allergies, runny nose, congestion, sinus infections, all of these are signs of a hyped up immune system. One of the ways the immune system manifests itself is as fluidization. When you're clogged up or mucousy, snotty, or you have any kind of fluid accumulation, that's a sign that the body's under attack. And usually when we talk about the body being under attack or activation of the immune system, what we're talking about is foods. So what I'd be doing if I were you, Jake, is seeing if you can associate your congestion, or when your congestion gets worse, with specific foods. Dairy can be a problem for some people. Gluten can be a problem for a lot of folks. Sometimes folks have problems with eggs. But it's hard to say exactly what it is. But what you want to do is you want to see if you can link specific foods to your flare-ups or symptomology, particularly the congestion in the sinuses. And then you're going to want to eliminate those foods. Simultaneous with that, you want to start to protect the digestive system and support digestive health. Of course, the Nightly Essence product, the Ultimate Nightly Essence, will do double duty for you. Not only will it be important for helping you digest your food and process your food, but it also is important for helping stimulate the immune system and helping keep the immune system working strongly and smoothly. Most of your immune system is located in the gut, and the bacteria in the gut play a major role in keeping your immune system healthy. So you get digestive health and you get immune system health with the Nightly Essence product. Now, as far as the blood pressure goes, that could be secondary to something getting into the digestive system that your body doesn't approve of. It could also have something to do with blood sugar, and typically it's going to involve both of those. So you may want to consider going on a low-carb diet, something like the ketogenic diet. You can use our Keto FX shake or a Keto FX bar to wean yourself off of sugar and get into more protein. Of course, the Slender FX will get you protein, and more protein-rich foods can help as well. And a couple other strategies that can be helpful for high blood pressure. Your Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains B vitamins that are super important, but there's one particularly important B vitamin that has a real key role to play when it comes to lowering blood pressure, and that's niacin. And Doc Wallach just came out with, about 6 months ago, he just came out with a timed release niacin called the Ultimate Niacin, and that can be really, really helpful for lowering blood pressure. In addition to your niacin, you always want to take your Beyond Tangy Tangerine with your Ultimate Niacin. And then last but not least, slow deep breathing is a wonderful way to almost instantly lower blood pressure as well. In through the nose, out through the nose, always exhaling a little bit more than you're inhaling, and always breathing very, very slowly. Thanks for your call, Jake. Hope we helped you out. Got to take a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. We'll be back right after this with more of your phone calls. Don't go away.
Let's head to California, and Josaphena, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Josaphena.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's going on?
Okay, I had 2 people that are really sick, and I want to see if I can help them.
Okay.
My sister is she's 69.
Okay.
She weighs 55 pounds.
55 pounds?
Her height
wait.
is 5'1".
Josaphena, she weighs 55 pounds?
Yeah, she's very, very tiny.
5'1", 55 pounds?
Yes.
Oh, my
very,
goodness.
very skinny, and she's been in and out the hospital.
Okay.
And we were very scared about that.
You said she's 69 years old.
59.
Oh, 59. Okay. Let's work with this first before you go into your second family member, all right? Something's wrong there, 55 pounds. She must be very sickly. So does she have any digestive health issues? Sounds like she might not be absorbing.
But the doctor said you need to gain weight. She tried to eat, but...
no, she doesn't need to gain weight. She needs to gain muscle. Weight is just fat. She doesn't need fat. She needs muscle. She might need some fat, but mostly she needs to get some muscle and some tone. So here's what you need to do. First and foremost, if she has any digestive issues, you need to correct those. She may have some malabsorption problems. So look for problems like loose stools, runny stools, heartburn, gas, bloating, and see if you can link those up to foods. And then once you associate the foods with specific problems, eliminate those foods. Next thing you want to do is get on some good protein, and in conjunction with a little bit of resistance training, a little tiny bit, not a lot because she's probably very frail. Something like maybe lifting a 1 pound weight, or maybe a heavy book or something, and doing the lifting motions really, really slowly. And then after she does a little bit of a workout, even if it's a brisk walk, after she does a brisk walk up the stairs or a brisk walk down the street, whatever it is, after she does her workout, have her do some Slender FX protein. A small amount, maybe a couple of tablespoons in water. In fact, if she can do a couple of tablespoons in water of the Slender FX throughout the day, 2 or 3 times a day, that might be helpful for her as well. Also, make sure she's using the Healthy Start Pack, sipping slowly on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine throughout the day. You don't want to do it all at once because she may not absorb it, and then she'll end up with some loose stools. You don't want that to happen. Make sure she does about 6 to 9 of the Ultimate EFAs every day, and have her do 1 or 2 capsules of the OsteoFX as well. I would be throwing in the Nightly Essence product, the probiotics, the good bacteria, 3 capsules 3 times a day, and she might want to try the Fucoid Z as well, 3 capsules 3 times a day. Most important, however, is going to be the combination of protein with a little bit of resistance training to build some muscle. And that's assuming that she doesn't have any digestive health issues. And it sounds to me like she may have some of those. If that's the case, make sure you're doing the elimination diet, where you're eliminating problem foods. And it's not the weight, Josaphena. It's the tone and the muscle that's important, not just body fat, although she may need a little body fat, but mostly we want to work on muscle and muscle tone. You have one more question for us, ma'am?
Yes. My friend is 69.
Yes.
He's 5'11".
Yes.
He weighs 245.
Yes.
He's diabetic type 2.
Can you share some of that with he needs to share some of that with your sister. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, this is my friend.
Yes, I understand. Go ahead.
That was the other one. Lab band, heart surgery.
Okay.
And yeah, he is in a lot of...
Okay, gotcha. He's a diabetic, like you say, and that always, over time, that will typically always involve something with the cardiovascular system. This is the main reason why our hearts fail. Number one reason is because of blood sugar problems. So we got to get his sugar under control. There's lots of ways to do that. The most important strategy, of course, is to stop eating the sugar, although that's easier said than done, and that's where the Keto FX and Keto FX Shake and the Slender FX come in. The more protein you eat, the easier it is to wean yourself off of the sugars. This is extremely, extremely important for your friend. Weaning off of sugar, replacing the intake of carbohydrate calories with protein calories. Eggs, fish, meat, dairy, cheese. These are all good ways to bump up his protein, as well as the Slender FX and the Keto FX products. Then you want to start using nutrients that help the body process sugar. Of course, the Sweeties is wonderful for that. Chromium and vanadium. The Ultimate Niacin can help his body process sugar. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine will help him process sugar, and the Ultimate Selenium will help him process sugar. Another couple other strategies that you can use if you're dealing with blood sugar problems: drinking more water. Water will dilute your blood sugar. And one of my all-time favorite ways to improve blood sugar and improve the digestive system, as well as digestive health, as well as getting some protein, is to grind up flax seeds in a little coffee grinder and do maybe 2 tablespoonfuls of flax seeds in water once or twice a day. It'll improve your body's ability to eliminate toxins. It'll improve the environment of the intestine for bacteria, and it can have a very beneficial effect on lowering blood sugar. It helps sweep sugar out of the body. But most importantly, staying away from those blood sugar spiking foods. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you out, Josaphena. And let's see if we get one more call in. Doug?
All right, let's head to Florida. And Denise, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
Doing good. Just a couple of things here. Having some kidney issues,
Okay.
sore lower back, It's to the point where it's difficult to walk.
Oh no.
Also, I noticed quite a bit of weight gain. I'm not sure if that's weight or water, but yeah, I'm 5'6.5" and about 170 now.
Okay, about how old are you approximately? 50,
I'm
60?
43.
Okay, you're young. Oh, that's good. Okay, so it's good and bad because you're too young for all these problems, but the fact that you're young means you could turn it around quickly. The kidney filters the blood, and this is the secret to understanding how to work with kidney disease. Kidney disease is blood disease. It's toxic blood. The kidneys filter the blood, and when the blood becomes thick and sludgy from problem as a result of eating the wrong foods or as a result of blood sugar issues, or perhaps as a result of too much stress hormone, eventually what occurs is the kidneys will clog up. The fact that you said you have kidney issues and you have weight issues tells me that you almost certainly have a blood sugar problem. I'd be doing everything we just did, everything we just told Josaphena to do for her friend, and that means keeping your intake of blood sugar spiking foods down to a minimum. Go low carb, as they say. Eating more protein. So when you feel like potatoes or bread or cereal or fruit juice or dessert, kind of redirect your attention to more protein, whether it's a hard-boiled egg or the Keto FX products or the Keto Shake or the Slender FX, maybe a teaspoon of Slender FX in water to kind of wean yourself away from those sugar cravings. That could be very, very helpful. And then the next thing you want to do, or simultaneously really, with restricting your intake of sugar, is make sure you're using your sugar processing nutrients, the sweeties, the ultimate selenium, the ultimate niacin, your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, your Osteomag. All of these can be very helpful for helping your body process sugar. And then, as we were talking to Josaphena just prior to your call, making sure you're drinking more water, especially if you go off the wagon and drink a bunch of and eat a bunch of sugar, and then making sure you're getting enough fiber. I love flax fiber, but you can also use chia seeds or hemp seeds or even sunflower seeds, whatever you like. Grind them up in a coffee grinder and do a couple of tablespoons in water once or twice a day. So treat yourself as if you have a blood sugar problem. Treat yourself like you're diabetic, and you should notice that the pounds drop off and your kidney health improves as well. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you out. And we can do one more call, or should we take a break, Doug?
We're getting close to break time here, but we could get one started here. Let's head to Illinois. And Shane, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hi, Shane.
Benjamin, how you be, my brother?
What's up, Shane? What's going on, man? Have you and I met?
No.
Okay. You're just being friendly there. Good to talk to you, Shane. What's going on? How can we help?
Yeah, I'm a high-powered guy, but I'd like to say hello to everybody out there in Youngevity Nation land. And
good deal.
My deal I got going on is I have an impacted wisdom tooth in my upper palate.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you gotta have that taken out.
Yeah,
wisdom
should have been done 30 years ago. There's no doubt about it. But now the problem is it grew a cyst around it. And
oh my goodness! No, you need that thing taken out. But once they take it out, you could do a lot to accelerate the healing process. But we got to take a break, Shane. So hang tight. We'll finish up with your call when we get back. Okay? I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information and your phone calls right after this. Don't go away. Okay, we're back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Douglas Winfrey. We're talking to Shane about an impacted wisdom tooth. You there, Shane?
Yes, I am, Ben.
Okay, so impacted wisdom teeth have to do with how the jaw is shaped. There's a lot of teeth in the jaw. And by the way, wisdom teeth, according to Dr. Weston Price, who did a lot of research on this subject, he was a dentist who wrote some books about nutrition and dental health and nutrition and overall health back in the 1930s. He claimed it had to do with eating too much processed foods. Now, that may or may not be the case, but it would certainly be in your interest to restrict your intake of those kinds of foods and foods that spike your blood sugar being very pro-inflammatory. If your wisdom tooth is impacted and you got a cyst developing, you got to get that thing taken out. That's my opinion. But after it's taken out, you're going to want to do a lot of things to help speed the healing process, and there's a lot of things you could do. For sure, you want to be on the Healthy Start Pack, sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Make sure you're doing 9 of the Ultimate EFAs, three times a day. The Ultimate EFAs are the molecules of inflammation and anti-inflammation. Without essential fatty acids, you are going to be inflamed. Make sure you're using nine a day, three times a day. Probably want to make sure you're using your Ultimate Nightly Essence. Again, very pro-inflammatory or very anti-inflammatory and pro-digestion. And you might want to throw in some Ultimate Enzymes. Not only will they help you digest your food, but one of the neat side benefits of the Ultimate Enzymes is they have wonderful anti-inflammatory effects. Make sure you're doing three of the Ultimate Enzymes with your meals, and then do 3 twice a day in between your meals on an empty stomach, and that gets you some benefits, anti-inflammatory benefits. And then staying away from those processed foods, that's always going to be important, just as an overall health strategy. Thanks for your call, Shane. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get a couple more calls in before we have to go, Doug.
All right, let's head to Arkansas. And Jeremy, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man?
Well, my grandmother, she is in her 70s, mid-70s. She's probably about 130, 5'8". Several years ago, she had blood clots in her legs and had been on a blood thinner for a while. She's been having poor circulation in her foot. She went in about 6 months ago. They put her out to see if they could do something with the veins in her leg, woke her up from anesthesia and asked her if they wanted them, if she wanted them to amputate her foot.
Oh, my gosh.
Luckily, she was sane enough and awake enough to tell them no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Anyway,
where do you
recently
Where do you live, Jeremy?
Where does your Arkansas.
Where's your grandmother live? Arkansas?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Anyway, she recently had an ultrasound on her foot to check blood flow, and they had problems finding it, but there is some flow. And I told her from the get-go that we needed to call and...
Yeah, you need a good nutritional supplement program. If she's serious about this, she could turn this thing around, or at least begin to turn it around if she's serious. Sugar,
I'm going to try to keep up with you here, and you can just tell me what she needs.
Here's the deal, Jeremy. You got to treat her like a diabetic. Whether she's diagnosed or not, she is one based on her symptomology. So you got to treat her as a diabetic. That will cause the circulation to become sluggish. It's the leading cause of amputations. In addition to treating her like a diabetic, you're going to have to get her moving around a little bit to improve circulation. So a couple of things. First and foremost, the Sweeties and the Healthy Start Pack. Sweeties 2 or 3 after every meal, and then the Healthy Start Pack, have her sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, doing 9 of the essential fatty acids, the Ultimate EFA capsules, three times a day, and then 2 capfuls of the Beyond OsteoFX. That's the Healthy Start Pack. I would also throw in some of the Z Radical, very important, not just for blood sugar, but also very important for helping improve circulation. 3 capsules 3 times a day. That's the Fucoid Z product. And then also, a couple other things that you might want to do is moving her body around, taking brisk walks, for example, to improve circulation. Slow, deep breathing, like we were talking about earlier, that can also be important for helping improve circulation. And one of the all-time great supplements for improving circulation, also for helping with blood sugar, and also for helping cardiovascular health, is niacin, the Ultimate Niacin from Youngevity. 500 milligrams of timed-release niacin, one of those every day. And thanks for your call, Jeremy. Good luck with everything. And that's all the time we have for today on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. I'm Pharmacist Ben. If you're interested in checking out any of the products we talked about or recommended today, please see your Youngevity rep and ask them about joining the Youngevity business, make a little money selling Youngevity products. Thanks for listening, friends. For Doug Winfrey, Doc Wallach, all the folks at the ZBS Radio Network, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWork disinfecting spray is EPA FDA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewable chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as tangy tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit Focus Plus multivitamins, a fantastically delicious, full-bodied gourmet coffee that is fortified with vitamins and minerals designed to get your day started with a solid nutritional foundation. Traditional as well as organic and fair trade options also available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local FDI Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Youngevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Fish has been thought of as a brain food for eons, but it's not the fish that's key. It's actually the essential fatty acids, EFAs, or omega-3s found in fish, called essential because they're necessary for good health and your body can't make them. So they must be consumed through diet or supplementation. Youngevity has developed the perfect supplement in SmartFX, an acronym for Sustained Memory and Retrieval Time, a concentration of DHA and EPA, both members of the omega-3 family, supporting neural path function and cardiovascular health for optimal mental concentration, awareness, focus, and agility. If you've got a mentally demanding career, you're a student crunching for the big test, or just want to maintain health for a sense of well-being, try SmartFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.